Welcome back, guys, to our Pokemon Platinum playthrough. Today, I'm going to show you how you can get Regice. Now, this requires a little bit of thorough explaining, and it may sound a little confusing, but stick with me. In order to capture Regigigas within your game, you need to first get Registeel, Regice, and Regirock. Now, in order to capture those three, you first need Regigigas. Very odd. When the game first came out, you had the opportunity of trading older generation Pokemon to your Platinum playthrough, and that would include Pokemon like Regirock, Registeel, and Regice. If you got those three and you traded them into your game, or you imported them into your game somehow into Platinum, that would open up the opportunity to go and catch Regigigas. On the other hand, in order to catch Regirock, Registeel, and Regice within Pokemon Platinum in the Sinnoh region, you need to have an Event Regigigas, which was, it's long gone. You can't get that anymore without cheating. So, unfortunately, we're going to do a little cheating today. So, in order to get Regice, you first need to get the Event Regigigas to open up that space so you can encounter Regice, and then as a byproduct of that, it'll also open up the chance for you to go and catch Registeel and Regirock, but we're focusing on Regice today. So I have the link to the code that you need for Action Replay to enter into your game down below in the description box, so go check that out so you can get the code for yourself and enter that in. What I'm going to show you is what it looks like in-game to get that particular Pokemon, the Event Regigigas, and then to head on over to get the Regice. So even though we are going to get Regigigas today, after we have captured Regice and then later Registeel and later after that Regirock, then you will be able to capture another Regigigas in-game of your own. Does that make sense? So just to recap real quick. We're getting the Event Regigigas first. We need that, and then that'll open up Regice, Registeel, and Regirock to be encountered and captured. Once we captured those three, that'll open up the opportunity for another Regigigas in-game that can then be captured, okay? So I know that sounds a little confusing. Hopefully you can stick with me. Now, the first thing that we want to do is after you've entered it in the code, be very, very careful, because and I'm hoping that you guys watch this video all the way through before doing it yourself. Very important. The code, in order for it to work, you have to hit the L and R buttons in order to trigger Regigigas to appear within your team, within one of your 6 slots. However, he will take the first slot of whatever Pokemon you have. So right now, I have my Alakazam. If I was to hit L and R right now, Alakazam would turn into Regigigas, so we don't want to do that. Now, after you've entered in the code, I suggest you go capture some junk Pokemon that you don't need. I'm going to go into Baby's PC, and then we're going to withdraw, and I'm just going to grab, I don't know, we've got a Machop here. I'm going to grab with this Machop, and Machop is going to turn into Regigigas. Okay, so I'm going to go into my Pokemon team. I'm going to go ahead and swap out Machop. Bada boom. Okay, very good. And then now, it doesn't matter where, just hit L and R. Okay, no edits, no changes, nothing. Go back into the Pokemon. Boom, Regigigas level 100. Okay, so this is the event one. And, there you go. That's it. You have to, in order to get the opportunity to encounter Regice, Registeel, and Regirock, you need this Event Regigigas. I don't think any Regigigas will do, okay? So if you do some cheat and you encounter a wild Regigigas, it's not going to work. If you somehow are able to trade an old Regigigas into your game, it's not going to work. You need to have the Event Regigigas to encounter Regice, Registeel, and Regirock in your Sinnoh Platinum playthrough, okay? So, now that we have that, we need to head on over to, I want to say Route 216, Mount Coronet. So, let's go ahead and fly over to the closest point that we can. We're going to go ahead and fly. And you don't really need to have Regigigas in your first slot after this, but I'm going to take him with me anyway. Let's see, where is Route 216? Right here. So we're going to go ahead and fly to the closest point in Snowpoint City, and this is going to take a minute, so bear with me. We're going to walk through all this. We have to walk through Route 217, we have to walk through Route 216, and then eventually that'll get us to the opening of Mount Coronet that attaches to Route 216, and that'll open up a door for us, and then we'll go and do a little puzzle, and then we can capture Regice. So bear with me. Probably going to run into some wild Pokemon. We may run into a trainer or two that I have dodged at some point. Ooh, I got through all that grass without encountering a wild Pokemon. But of course, we have this thick snow. All right. And you can follow my path directly if you want. Just keep in mind that I may run into a wild Pokemon. Oh, I still didn't. Very, very nice. Keep on going. We got our blizzard situation going on here. Now, I hope my explanation makes sense. Event Regigigas, you need that. That way you would encounter Regice, Registeel, and Regirock in your game. Otherwise, you can just import Regirock, Registeel, and Regice either through a cheat, or if you have a copy of the game that you want to just trade in there, then you can do that. Or a copy of another game that you can trade those 3 legendary Regis into your game, and that'll get you Regigigas. So it depends on what you really want. Do you want to encounter Regice, Registeel, and Regirock? You need Event Regigigas. Do you want to, see if I can avoid that. Do you want to just encounter Regigigas in your game? Then you just need to get Registeel, Regirock, and Regice in your game somehow. It's one or the other. Okay, here we go. Wild Pokemon? Ah, man, we're good. We're dodging. All right, so once we've gotten through this and we're past all this nonsense, Route 216, we just need to keep on going all the way this way. Past that walkway. Go up in here. And then head up right inside this door. Okay, so this is where you go. Route 216, Mount Coronet, this specific entrance. You pop in here, and you go all the way down, and this door is available to you. Now, I read somewhere that if you don't have Regigigas, the Event Regigigas, in your party, you go in this room, you won't be able to encounter Regice. So just keep that in mind. I have it in my inventory. I'm not 100% if it's true. I haven't tried to come into this room without Regigigas, so you know, whatever. I have them on me just for safekeeping. Also, keep in mind that you're going to need to have a bunch of useful items to capture this particular Pokemon, whether that be your Master Ball or a handful of Ultra Balls, whatever. Just go ahead and grab a bunch of Pokeballs that you need so you can capture this guy. I believe Regice appears at level 30, so he's not a really difficult encounter, but, you know, he's still legendary, so there is a little bit of that defense that you have to deal with. Save it right here, but I'm going to show you how you can go into this particular puzzle, how we're going to figure that out, and then we'll encounter Regice after the fact. So the first thing you want to do is hit this one. You'll hear a little ding. Number 2 is right here. Number 3 is right here. Number 4. 5 over here on the outside. 6. And then 7. And then there you go. Pretty simple stuff. Okay, something changed in the air, and indescribable power is emanating from the Pokemon statue. So we go up to this statue. It doesn't look like Regice at all, but it's supposed to be representative of this particular Regi. Click on it, and that will trigger the encounter. Now, just a heads up, I also read that... There we go, Regice level 30. Okay, I also read that you can only catch one Regice within the game, but you can encounter it multiple times. So if you get knocked out, it'll come back later. What I wasn't able to confirm is if you can just leave the room and come back, fly to another town and come back, or if it has to be a different day, I don't know. But if you accidentally knock out your Regice, there is a way to encounter it again, so don't worry. But as I mentioned before, save before you go into the encounter. With any legendary encounter, always save first. Okay, so I'm gonna skip all the nonsense. I'm gonna go to my bag, I'm gonna go to my Pokeballs, and I'm just gonna toss my Master Ball. We go. Boom. We got ourselves Regice, the first of the Regi-Trio. Now, I know I already have Regigigas in my inventory, but I don't care. We're going to get Regigigas later. After we've captured the Regi-Trio, we're going to get another Regigigas. This event one is just a tool to capture these 3. He's not really what I would consider capturing. Give a nickname to the cot. Nope. Now, also keep in mind that... let's go ahead and take a look at the Pokedex entry. That if you want, you can just go ahead and straight up just, wow, come on. Is there a way to get through this much more quickly? Let me see if we can go down. Pokemon search. A to Z. Okay. And then I'll just click on PQR. See if that works. Okay. So if you want, you don't have to go and capture the other Regigigas. You've got the event one now, and then you can get the other 3 of the Regi-Trio, so you don't have to do that. Take a look at this. Regice. Okay, its body is made of ice from the Ice Age. It's a fun fact, didn't know that. It controls frigid air of negative 328 degrees Fahrenheit. What is that in Celsius? Any of you guys over in the UK know? Because I certainly don't know. And yeah, that's it. Here's the cry. And it didn't do anything. Was it supposed to do something? Oh, I guess there's like a bunch of like options and panels here. I don't care. Whatever. Maybe not. That's the size comparison. You know what? I would have thought that Regice was significantly taller, but 5'11", I'm taller than that. I'm taller than Regice. Okay, what? You're saying I'm 4'8"? Oh wait, I'm a little kid. That's right. I was gonna say 4'8" is like I mean, that's not not even close. But whatever. Okay, cool. There we go. So we got ourselves a Regice. This is what it looks like. It's in the box now, but we got ourselves Regigigas, so we'll do another Regi in the next episode of our Pokemon Platinum playthrough, but hopefully this helped. Hopefully the information was explained enough, but let's recap just one more time. Get the Event Regigigas with the code from the link in the description box below. Enter that into the action replay, and make sure that you have a junk or expendable Pokemon in your first slot. Okay, that's top left. So make sure it's something you don't care to lose, because what happens after you put the code in is you just hit L and R after the code is active. It will then turn that first slot Pokemon into the Event Regigigas, as we have seen, and it's at level 100. Once you have Event Regigigas, Regice, Registeel, and Regirock will all become available to you in the game as encounters that you can then turn into a captured Pokemon, which is what we did with Regice. After you have captured Regice, Regirock, and Registeel, I don't really know if there's an order that you have to capture these in. I just chose Regice at random, but maybe double check and see. You might be able to catch them in any order you want. But after you have all three of them, then you'll be able to encounter a wild Regigigas later. Okay, but if you don't want to capture that wild Regigigas, that makes sense because you have the Event Regigigas, and I wonder how many times I've said Regigigas during this video, but whatever. You'll end up ultimately with two Regigigases, Regigigasi, whatever, you get it. But yeah, that's all we got. So we got the first of the trio, we'll capture the other two, and then the Regigigas later on, but like I said, hopefully this was useful to you in some way. If so, hit the like button and show some love to this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to help it grow. It means the world to me when you do that. And if you have any feedback, leave it down in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And I always encourage those that watch to provide any feedback on anything that I have said that might be incorrect, inaccurate, or maybe incomplete information. If there's something about this particular instructional video and I didn't cover some of the bases, or maybe I said something incorrectly, let me know in the comment section. I'll address it and I'll put that in the comment section so that way people in the future that watch this video will be able to see those changes or those notes, so that way they can go in fully prepared and equipped to capture whatever Pokemon, in this case, Regice. Anyway, thanks again for watching. You're the best. I will see you guys tomorrow when we continue the playthrough of Pokemon Platinum right here on the Marcanine channel with brand new episodes each and every day at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, guys, take care, be well, and I'll see you later.